allegedly cheating on Selena Gomez. I don't believe it. Something's happened because Benny Blanco's comments are off and Selena Gomez's are limited on Instagram. So here's the lowdown of apparently what's happened. There is no concrete proof or evidence around any of this. It is all fan speculation. So earlier this week, fans spotted that Selena unfollowed Teresa Marie. Now, Teresa is thought to be one of Selena's best friends. They met when they started working together and formed a close bond. They regularly would attend events together. Selena would post about her. So Selena has unfollowed Teresa. Teresa still follows Selena at this point. Benny Boy is also still following Teresa, and Teresa follows him. There's also been occasions when Benny and Teresa have been out for dinner together without Selena. I don't find that to be massively weird. They could just be friends having a catch up. But there's also a rumor going around that Teresa started an OnlyFans and Benny Blanco subscribes to her OnlyFans.
Hold on, don't scroll past this. Something just exploded in Selena Gomez's world, and if you blink, you'll miss it. A single unfollow, a viral TikTok, a dinner with the wrong person. And suddenly, everything we thought about Selena's picture-perfect relationship with Benny Blanco is falling apart right before our eyes. Did Benny actually betray her? Is Selena quietly calling him out? This isn't just drama, it feels personal. And the internet can't look away. What started as a low-key love story might now be turning into a full-blown betrayal saga. And it all began with one bold move. Selena Gomez, calm and composed as always, just unfollowed her best friend Teresa Marie on Instagram. And in Hollywood, that's not a glitch, it's a statement, because when Selena cuts someone off, she doesn't make noise, she doesn't throw shade in interviews. She moves silently, but when she moves, the world pays attention. And this unfollow wasn't just anyone, it was Teresa, a woman who had stood beside Selena through some of her hardest years. Someone she once called her rock. So what happened? Why now? Let's rewind for a second, because if you think this is just some petty friend drama, you're not seeing the full picture. Teresa Marie wasn't just a random name in Selena's circle. She was family. They traveled the world together, celebrated birthdays, shared tearful moments, and stood by each other through breakups, breakdowns, and public battles. In 2019, Selena called her one of the most important people in my life. That kind of loyalty doesn't just vanish unless something really deep happened behind the scenes, and then it gets even messier. Within hours of the unfollow, TikTok went wild. Creator Harry Danielson, you might know him as the guy who sings awkwardly to celebs in public, dropped a video that instantly set fan theories on fire. In it, Benny Blanco is seen at a quiet restaurant in NYC, sitting way too comfortably, with a woman who fans instantly recognized. Teresa. Yep. The same Teresa Selena just unfollowed. Harry, in his usual style, starts singing Same Old Love. The irony stings and jokes. Can I sing at the wedding? Benny looks awkward. The woman laughs nervously, and the internet? The internet erupts. Suddenly, the comments turn savage. Girl, you didn't just crash the wedding, you ended it. You caught him in 4,000. Selena deserves better. And just like that, a soft whisper of suspicion turned into a roar of betrayal. But we're just getting started. What happened next took this from shady to explosive. Just as fans were processing that viral restaurant video, a thread popped up on X claiming that Benny Blanco had subscribed to Teresa's OnlyFans. Yeah, you heard that right. Selena's boyfriend, supposedly engaged to her, allegedly, paying to view exclusive content from the same woman she just unfollowed. No, let's be clear, there's no official screenshot. No receipts, just a wildfire rumor. But sometimes the absence of denial says more than words ever could. And in this case, silence was deafening. Within hours, the internet turned full-on detective mode. People started combing through old photos, analyzing follows and unfollows, stalking comment sections, and even timing out when and where certain posts were made. It wasn't just about one suspicious dinner anymore, it was a pattern forming. Then, just when things couldn't get any more tense, Selena dropped a bomb of her own. No names, no direct accusations. Just a simple black screen posted to her Instagram story with one sentence: when they show you who they are, believe them. That quote wasn't subtle. That quote was a message. A quiet scream. Fans knew exactly what she meant. She wasn't just throwing shade, she was telling us everything without saying anything. The betrayal wasn't loud. It was elegant, cold, strategic, and that's what makes it sting even more. So now the timeline is starting to look way too calculated to ignore. Let's rewind for a second. Back in 2023, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco shocked everyone by going public with their relationship. People were confused at first, some were even skeptical. But gradually, fans warmed up to them. Benny wasn't just some random rebound, he was sweet, goofy, supportive. And Selena? She looked genuinely happy for the first time in years. By December 2024, the internet was obsessed. They were engaged. She was flashing that stunning ring, they were working on music together, and fans started dreaming up wedding hashtags. For once, it felt like Selena's love life had finally found peace, but that peace didn't last long. April 2025, Selena traveled to New York City to film Only Murders in the Building. Benny? He was spotted at Stagecoach alone, no Selena. No mention of her. Just him surrounded by the music scene, fans, and yes, rumors. Whispers started. Was he partying too hard? Was there distance growing between them? Then came the dinner. With Teresa. Then the TikTok. Then the unfollow. Then the quote. And suddenly, the fairy tales started to unravel thread by thread. From the outside, it looked like things fell apart overnight. But when you line it all up, the truth hits harder. Maybe the cracks were always there, just hidden beneath curated Instagram posts and polished red carpet moments. Let's pause for a moment and ask the question that's now echoing across the internet. Did Benny Blanco really cheat on Selena Gomez? Because this doesn't feel like harmless gossip anymore. It feels like the soft collapse of something real, something she believed in. The signs are everywhere. Her Instagram comments are limited. Benny's are off completely. In celebrity culture, that's not just damage control, that's panic. And when you remember how protective Selena has always been of her peace, her privacy, her healing, she wouldn't flip that switch unless something hurt. But here's where it gets even heavier. There's no official statement. No press release. No, we've decided to go our separate ways. Just silence. Just pain unfolding one clue at a time. Selena has unfollowed Teresa. She stepped back from Benny. She's been posting less, and when she does, her messages are loaded with quiet sadness. She hasn't made accusations, but she hasn't denied anything either. She's walking away without saying a word, and sometimes that silence screams louder than anything else. This isn't just a breakup. It's a betrayal that unfolded in front of millions, and now fans are torn between heartbreak and rage, What's haunting about this whole thing? It's not just the rumors, it's the lack of denial. Benny Blanco hasn't said a word. No statement, no clarification, no defense. He's still following Selena, still following Teresa, and somehow, still pretending nothing's wrong. That silence? It's deafening. And it's not just fans noticing, it's everyone. His posts are the same goofy, random content, but now they feel off. Like someone laughing in the middle of a storm. Selena, meanwhile, is doing what she always does, retreating quietly. She's been spending time with her old friends, the ones who knew her before the fame, before the betrayals, before the spotlight turned her heartbreak into entertainment. And when people saw her with them, she didn't look like someone enjoying a girl's night. She looked like someone holding back tears. The kind of quiet pain you carry when your world cracks, but you still have to smile because cameras are watching. What hurts even more is that this wasn't just about trust. It was about public trust. Millions believed in them, rooted for them. And now, that belief is unraveling post by post, silence by silence. Selena isn't asking for pity. She never does. But her every move right now says one thing loud and clear: something broke. And she's not the one who broke it. Here's where it starts to sting, not just for Selena, but for everyone who ever believed in real love. Because while Selena is moving in silence, Benny's silence is too loud. No post about her, no "I'm here for you." Not even a vague "don't believe everything you hear." Just nothing. And that nothing? It's not neutral, it feels like abandonment. And the fans? They're not letting it slide. On TikTok, creators are breaking down every detail, zooming in on facial expressions, comparing timelines, even rewatching the Hot Ones interview where Benny asked Selena about her favorite unreleased track. Remember that moment? Selena froze. She panicked, choked on hot sauce, and laughed it off. But now? That awkward silence feels like foreshadowing. Some fans say Benny looked annoyed, like he expected her to say his name, his song, his moment. And when she didn't, maybe that was the first crack. The one none of us noticed, and now he's out to dinner with the same woman Selena just unfollowed. There are no cameras catching the aftermath, just a million fans connecting the dots. Selena isn't saying a word, but her actions? They're speaking louder than any tweet ever could. This isn't just about a betrayal, it's about realizing that maybe the person you trusted most was never really in it the way you were. That, while you were building a future, they were still living in the moment. And then it explodes. Social media turns into a battleground. On X, fans are dragging Benny like he just broke everyone's heart, not just Selena's. TikTok? Flooded with edits, breakdowns, timelines, and emotional reactions. Creators are crying. On camera saying, "We really thought Benny was different." Reddit threads go deep digging into old interviews, shitty moments from years ago, and every subtle red flag we all missed. One corner of the internet begs Selena to release a breakup anthem. Another is busy screaming, "We told you so." And, in between? There's heartbreak, genuine heartbreak. Because this wasn't just celebrity drama anymore. It started feeling personal. People don't cry over strangers unless they've been through something too. And Selena's story? It mirrors millions of others being blindsided, betrayed, abandoned by someone who once made you feel like you. We're the only one in the world, and yet, there's still no statement, no confirmation, no screenshots, nothing from Selena. Nothing from Benny, just silence, but that's what makes it real. Selena doesn't move unless there's a reason. She doesn't burn bridges for fun. So if she's posting cryptic quotes, unfollowing people she once called family, and limiting her Instagram comments, then something happened. Maybe it wasn't cheating. Maybe it was emotional betrayal. But whatever it was, it crossed a line, and you can feel it. Here's the thing about Selena Gomez: she's been through hell and still walks with grace. This isn't just about some celebrity heartbreak. It's about a woman who's endured more pain than most people ever will and still shows up with strength. We're talking public breakups, online bullying, chronic illness, and years of being compared to everyone and everything. All while the world watched her every move, and yet she never spiraled. She never exploded. She never let the drama define her. Even now, while her fans rage online and Benny's name trends for all the wrong reasons, Selena doesn't retaliate. She doesn't rant. She doesn't expose. She unfollows. She posts one quiet quote, and then she moves forward with her head high. That's the kind of silence that roars because sometimes strength isn't about fighting back. It's about walking away. It's about knowing your worth so deeply that you don't need to scream. You just live it. Selena's power lies in that stillness, in her refusal to be pulled into the chaos, in her ability to say everything without saying anything. And maybe that's why this moment hits so hard. We've all been there. Hurt. Quietly, betrayed behind smiles. Let down by people we thought were solid. But watching Selena walk away from the noise? It reminds us we can too. What happens when someone you trusted shows their true colors and you finally believe them? That's where we are now. The dust hasn't even settled, but fans are already wondering what Selena will do next. Will she speak out? Will Benny finally address the rumors? Or will they both stay silent, letting the chaos speak for itself? There's a reason people are hanging on to every detail of this situation. Because it's not just Selena's story, it mirrors our own. We've all had that one person who made us question our reality. That friend we defended even when they gave us reasons not to. That relationship we held on to long after it started feeling wrong. And when the betrayal finally shows itself, it hits like a gut punch. That's what makes this moment so powerful. Selena isn't just closing a chapter. She's rewriting the rules. No dramatics, no public takedowns. Just boundaries, strength, and silence. And sometimes, that's more impactful than any statement. Because when you know your worth, you don't need closure from the people who hurt you. You become the closure, and maybe that's the most empowering part of all of this. Isn't the end of Selena's story. It's just the beginning of her next, wiser, stronger chapter. So where does that leave us, and where does it leave Selena? In a place of power, honestly. She may be heartbroken. She may be disappointed. But she's not broken. She's never been the type to fall apart in public, and this time is no different. She unfollowed, posted one haunting quote, and then kept moving forward. And in doing so, she reminded millions of fans around the world what real strength looks like. Not in shouting, not in blaming, but in walking away with grace when you realize your love wasn't being respected, whether or not Benny Blanco cheated, whether or not Teresa meant to cross a line. The truth is, Selena's already made her decision. She's done explaining herself. She's done justifying her feelings. And she's done making space for people who can't match her loyalty. This chapter may have ended in betrayal, but the next one is hers to write. And you can bet it's going to be bold, beautiful, and unshakably hers.